Hello everyone. I am really hoping everything is okay. The mic, you guys, oh my gosh, I am so grateful that you guys even came. Like, oh my gosh, after what happened last few days, well, not last week, a few days ago, I was so mortified. So mortified, guys. So I've made sure that this isn't going to happen again. So I have like switched up locations. So you guys are going to be in for a treat today. Like, hopefully there's not going to be any issues. Here we go. Can you hear me? Hold on 1 minute, 1 minute. I will sort this out. It'll be fine. Guys, 2 moments. Can you hear me? Oh, it's working. Woo! Here we go. Right, I am not touching anything. This is why I'm sitting further back. Like, I'm not going to touch anything. Sorry, guys. I was like, literally, I'm going hot and sweaty because I thought, oh my God, not again. Anyway, guys, right, so we're all set. Let's start this live. Okay, where is everyone from? Oh, hold on 1 minute, guys. Hold on. Sorry, Yang. Listen, I tried to answer it, but you came off. But anyway, right. So, guys, hello and welcome back. I'm so glad to have you guys here. Where are you all from? I am in London, in the UK, and it is. I'm not complaining about the weather because it is still very, very warm. I absolutely love it. Louise, you're in Solihull. Hear from Louisa. Hello, Melissa. This is so wonderful. You guys are from like everywhere. This is amazing. Utah, Netherlands. Thank you. William and Levon, thank you. Oh, okay, Yang, no worries. You called to tell that it was your mic. I know. I tried so hard, but it's okay now. And Oxford is from Boston. Guys, I am so privileged to have you guys here. Los Angeles, Brett, hello. Haha, yes, Yang. So yeah, we're like literally having a heat wave. And it is literally, do you know what? My neighbor came out the other day. Sorry, I'm getting excited. And Vizzy Movi is from Dr. Marni, hello, my dear. I'm going to email you over the weekend. You have been on my mind. You have been on my mind. I'm so sorry. Marni, I'm going to email you over the weekend, sending you so much love. Guys, if you check the description box, there's amazing books that Marni has written as resources to help you all out. So do check the description box and see, like, maybe there's books in there that might actually be able to help you. And you're writing so many more as well. So Marni, lots of love to you. M. Singh, hello from Hertfordshire. Paolo from Brazil. Liverpool, hello. Is it warm as well in Liverpool? And Danny from Vienna. Oh, wow. We have the whole crew here, don't we? Thank you. From Illinois. Yes, I have cousins in Illinois. Haven't been there for ages, but yeah. So yeah, we're literally my cousin. My neighbor, he came out the other day. I had spiders in my house, so he helped me to get them out. Anyway. He said to me, oh, look at this wonderful weather we're having. I bet you don't want to move to Greece anymore. And I said, no, we're only going to have this weather for like literally a few days. Greece has it all the time. So that was that. Anyway, so we're talking today. Oh, yes, oh my gosh. Right, guys, I've got to tell you. Sorry, there's this bit here that annoys me. Well, I've got to tell you, I went over to YouTube yesterday. I had such a wonderful day. I met so many lovely clinicians and mental health professionals and medics as well. And so what they were saying is that they're paying a lot of it. YouTube are paying a lot of attention, obviously, on the health aspect. So they are really plugging the health part of so for example, if you have any issues or you want to find information about it, head over to YouTube, because there is literally so much about it. And I made contacts with people. So we've got Oxford, we've got Scotland in the house. Yeah, it's really warm as well, Patricia. Yes. So if there's anything, they were saying that they wanted to basically push the health aspect over on YouTube as well. And they had this workshop that they were doing about live streaming and stuff like that. You know who was first in there, don't you? Because I was talking to them about why is this happening? Why is that? Anyway, so I had a really lovely day. Head over to my Instagram, because I kind of put it all on the story. Yes, it's I've read all these books. Not really, I haven't. But I do have a library of books. A lot of books. Actually, I was talking earlier today. I was saying, when I move to Greece, there's going to be lots of heavy books, lots of heavy boxes with so many books. I've got so many books. Literally all my knowledge is from these books. Not these books, from behind. Yes. Thank you, Oxford. Makes me look a bit more intelligent, doesn't it? Yes, hit the like button, everyone. Okay. So, enough of that babbling. Right, so guys, today we're talking about, does the narcissist actually realize what they are doing? And we've got Ireland in the house. Hello, Mike. Have I frozen? Do not say this. Have I frozen again? I really hope not. No. Okay, this is good. Yeah, this actually, Yang, this probably would be very therapeutic to be painting. Yes. That sounds like a really nice thing to do. Actually, yes. This could be mindful coloring. Okay, amazing. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so we're not frozen. I'm literally having heart palpitations when you guys are saying you can't hear or I'm frozen. Anyway, so let's get into the live. Right, so thank you so much, guys. David, M-Sync, thank you. Paolo, Gloria, guys, thank you for having my back. Appreciate that. So, we're going to be talking about, does the narcissist actually realize Oxford? I wasn't I? I was just, that's what I do. When I'm reading the comments, I'm I'll go like this and I'll try to read it because it's going so fast. But anyway, so does the narcissist actually realize that they hurt you? It would be a pretty evil thing to realize that actually they do know what they are doing, and they're doing this especially to hurt you. That would be really evil, wouldn't it? To understand that the narcissist does this to get some sort of rise out of you, to get some sort of reaction from you. I mean, do you guys think that they do it, especially that they actually have no understanding or recollection of what they do? You know, like 83% of you said, yeah, they know what they're doing. But this is actually multifaceted. There is many layers to this. And we're going to look at this in the live. But for someone to not know what they are doing, because we know that, okay, these people aren't, or your partners or your family members have, or your friends or your bosses haven't actually been clinically diagnosed with the condition. You know, for most of us, it's been like, hold on, there's something not right here. So we're going to go and Google it, or we're going to go and find out about it. And then what happens is we kind of stumble across this information. And then, you know, we're reading, we're trying to find out, we're trying to figure out a lot of these behaviors because there's just something not quite right about them. And actually also, if you think about it, it makes us feel a certain way as well. And you're right, Oxford, they do feel superior. They do feel kind of like better than everybody else. But yet they show this. They show that they feel better than everybody else. Do they actually feel better than everybody else? This is something that we are going to look at. You know, because for a narcissist to become a narcissist, they have to experience trauma, or they have experienced some sort of trauma. And this makes them react or behave in a certain way. So it's not that they're behaving out of confidence, that they feel self-worth. These people don't feel any of that. They don't have the confidence. It's actually fake. It isn't real. And when we understand that aspect, we then come to understand it, what's happening. But the thing is, when somebody behaves in a way and they don't have the understanding of what they are doing, and especially added to the fact of that they have a mental disorder, you kind of forgive them. Or they have some sort of ailment, so you kind of forgive that behavior. I mean, how many of us... Okay, thank you, Oxford. Thank you, I appreciate that. So how many of us, you know, actually forgave the narcissist? Can you hear me? How many of us forgave the narcissist for what they have done? How many of us actually felt that yeah, it's a power thing, you're right. Louise, you're so funny. Is there no sound again? Oh no. Can you hear me now? If I move a little bit closer. Okay, cool. Thank you. Okay, so what was I saying? So yeah, so like if you know, or if you realize that someone has these ailments, think about it, how many times we actually forgave them. Think about how many times we made excuses for them. Oh no, hold on. Okay, cool, cool. All right. Okay, brilliant. Thank you. I love you guys. I really love you guys. You know that. Thank you. So yeah, we end up forgiving them, don't we? Because we're like, oh, you know what? Maybe they're stressed. Maybe they're not this. Maybe they're not that. You know, like we're thinking, oh, you know, maybe if we show them. Has that even changed them? Has any of that even mattered? They still continue doing the same thing. And they will continue doing the same thing after you, before you, after you, and after and after. Like, it's not anything that will change, because you see, the narcissist is someone that is unable to recognize unconditional love. Okay, even though you give them everything, even though you want the best for them, because you love them. Like, when you love someone, you attach, you bond to someone. So it's very hard to just kind of like fall out of love with them or not care about them. Of course you care about them. Of course you want the best for them. But even though you know that this person is hurting you, is making you feel as though, you know, as though it is, you know, like it's the most devastating thing when someone just doesn't return that love. Do you know what, guys? I'm trying really hard to keep my hands here. They're not hitting them because the mic is here. I'm not touching. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. Can you hear me? Okay, so what was I saying? Yeah, so we tend to, so we forgive. I'm sitting on my hands. So we tend to forgive those people that do this to us because about, you know, the way that we feel about these people. So then there comes in is because of stress, maybe they behave like this, maybe because they are anxious, maybe because they have had a bad childhood that they are like this, you know. So we, again, these are all excuses that we made. Trying to, okay, is it working now? All right, like, can everyone hear me? Yeah, Vizzy said, I sympathized with my narc for a very long time. Like, did I know that everything around her was a competition and she was upset and didn't have things like other people had? You see, this is all part of painting the picture of being a victim. Ultimately, isn't that what they do? They try to be a victim. They try and be someone who they make us feel sorry for. Thank you, guys. This is happening, like, I literally need to get a new kit. That's what I need to do. I need to get a new kit because this is not good. So yeah, so they pretend to be victims because victimhood allows you to get away with this behavior. And so for a long time we actually think, yeah, you know what, maybe they are victims. Maybe they are someone who, you know what, like, they don't know what they're doing. They're not aware of what is happening. They don't know. And this is what is very sad because it confuses us. How can we make that judgment? Because we're looking at this person, we're thinking, hold on a minute, this person wouldn't, you know what, this person wouldn't do this to me. Like, why would someone that I love treat me like this? Why would somebody do this? There is no one that is this evil to act think like this to me. You know, and then our heart sinks and then we realize who this person is, what is going on, why this is happening. If it's possible, click the like button. We can get this information out there. I'm really sorry about the sound. Really, really. So yeah, so literally, we have to now kind of reevaluate because this is so challenging for us. It was brilliant. Amazing kit. Superwoman says, Anushka, I go but need for closure. I want to talk to him one last time. I've been no contact for over 2 months now. What do you say? Superwoman, carry on being super. You know what? I'll be honest with you, you are not going to get closure. This person is never going to tell you the real truth. Because for why this has happened, what they're doing is they're taking responsibility for their actions. Now, a narcissist is never going to do that. They are never going to take responsibility for their action. Because if you do, it means that you have to make a change. And since when do narcissists make this? They don't. They're not interested in changing because what I say in the videos. If you're getting your needs met, why do you need to change? There's no point, right? The second reason, do you think that they actually realize that they have done something wrong or that they're doing this? They don't have the self-awareness or the self-reflection, which is why they don't take responsibility for their actions. The reason why that doesn't happen. So my friend, Superwoman, my dear, you are not going to get closure. So if you contact him, you're opening up a whole can of worms. Whilst I can't tell you what to do, if you really feel you need to contact him, obviously, I would hope that you wouldn't and you would keep going forward. However, this is your call and there's no judgment here because I know that it is very difficult to leave people, to disconnect like this. It's very difficult. So this really is your call. But as someone who talks about this as a mental health professional, I would say maybe sidestep that one. And if you maybe wanted closure, maybe talk to a health professional, talk to someone like a therapist or a counselor, friends or family, someone who would help you understand that this person is just not going to give you that closure. Isn't that right, my friends? You know, have any of you experienced this? Yeah, Ponty, you know, it's about making your own closure. It's about having that understanding. And actually, I remember saying in a video somewhere, I said, the closure that you know that they are a narcissist. And I remember that really, a lot of you had said that this was something that was like really poignant, like, you know, you're a narcissist and that's it. And you make your own closure. So it's not always easy. And I think, you know, also a lot of people say, oh, you know what? You should go no contact. It's the most, it's the best thing that you can do. And whilst I do agree with that, it's not always easy to actually go no contact. Thank you, Oxford. Thank you, my dear. I think they're empty and they pretend emotions. Do you know what? I completely agree with you there. I remember I think last year I did a whole video and a live stream on cognitive empathy. For those of you that don't know what cognitive empathy is, or maybe are not familiar with the term, Oxford, you are 100% right. Cognitive empathy is when you pretend to feel. So what they do is they watch others, they see how someone else is feeling, and they will mimic that. They will copy that. You know what all about copying behaviors, aren't they? It's all about mirroring. It's all about pretending to fit in. And this goes hand in hand with something else that we were talking about earlier, about entitlement, about pretending, you know, to have this fake confidence. Thank you, Ponty. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. You know, this is about them. So they watch someone and how they react, how someone reacts emotionally to something. Yes, Louis, like a play. It's completely like a play. Because when you are someone that is feeling any emotion, how, like, hello friends, how are you going to feel it? How are you going to know what it feels like to feel love, to feel joy, to feel passion, to really feel passionate about something? You know, all of us can feel that. Like, we know what that feels like. I know what it feels like to be passionate about something that really means something to in your heart. Now, I'm not saying that the narcissist biologically doesn't have a heart. They do. But what I'm talking about here is emotion. Emotionally, we feel. They don't. And I don't think we're ever going to be able to understand that. Being empathetic, being compassionate, being really understanding individuals, I can't even explain that to you. And you guys probably will never understand it, like I will never understand it, what it is like to not feel. But what I can do is theorize it. It's all about, you know, when you experience trauma. You know, we have as well. So what we did is we disconnected, didn't we? We just didn't want to feel for a little bit. But now that we are on the other side of that, we feel it. You're right, Patricia. It is like walking on eggshells. Ponty, did you really? You had the opportunity to talk to a therapist. Wow, lucky you. Does it? Oh no, the sound's interrupted sometimes. Do you know what? On my monitor here, it doesn't. It's showing that it's not. Oh, my hair's so like sticky because it's so hot here. Whew. I'm really sorry about the sound, guys. I really am. I'm like literally trying. I'm so sorry. Do you know what I'll do is I will do a video about this. So like if there is any information that, you know, was missed or anything like that, I will make a video on this as well. And it'll probably be next week that it will come out. So my friends, thank you so much for being so patient, but also for your understanding. Like, I love you guys. This is, I really, honestly, I'm so grateful for you. They don't feel this emotional connection. Yes, it is. You're right, Ponty. It is object constancy. You are right. It is. It's when, so object constancy, for those of you that are maybe not familiar with that term, that's all about objectifying, like seeing them like an object, like this of water. It's an object. Do you know what? It's kind of like if I was to say, I love this bottle. But there's different types of love. I'm not in love with the bottle. Now, am I, guys? I'm not going to marry this bottle and have a relationship with the bottle. Love it because it hydrates me, because it's warm and I can drink the water that holds, that the bottle holds, right? But with a narcissist, everything is the same. It's not understanding, not differentiating what actually love is, because when we feel love, yeah, that's it. We feel it. When you experience love, you feel it from your heart. Thank you, Cherie. Thank you. And Ponty, thank you. Patricia, you're right. It's hot and cold, constantly hot and cold. I want you. I don't want you. I want you. I don't want you. But you made me do this and you made me say this. Yeah, right. But it's not understanding what love is. So this all stems from childhood. My friends, this is all from childhood. When you've not had parents who show you love, parents who, or caregivers who are able to kind of help you to understand that actually, you know, it is important to understand how somebody else feels, to understand that when you hurt someone, you know, that feels Don't do things to others that you don't want done to yourself. Bruno says, I accepted to Anushka and gave it a definite cut. Oh, Bruno. This is good. I'm so pleased that this has helped. And so, yeah, you know, and you know, it's not easy. And this is what I was saying earlier. It's not easy to detach, disconnect, you know, because when you love someone, you love them, you feel it. It's really hard to like switch emotions, to switch up like that. You know, to cut someone dead, that like, oh no, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to be with you. I don't want to. This is why we struggle with no contact. Oxford, my dear, thank you. Month 10, no contact. Hoovers continue. Why? Oxford, they continue because they still want a response from you or a reaction from you. You are doing so well. Like literally, you're amazing. Oxford, you're amazing. 10 months is, you know what, in 2 months, you're going to have the biggest celebration. In 2 months. That's 8 weeks. And that is amazing. You know, and this is what I mean. It's really hard to just disconnect from someone like that because so much of that emotion is residue, isn't it? You have residual emotions about that person. Yes, you have memories. You do remember what this person has done. And it's a really hard analogy because you remember how abusive this person you and they continue to be, and they've never given you an answer on, you know, like what's happened or what's going on and why they did this. Why? You know what? I was reading an article or a blog somewhere, and they were saying that like you see that person's inner child, that broken little boy or little girl inside that person, and that's what we want to kind of protect and know. But this is what I always say to you. You have to see it for what it really is. You have to meet that person where they are. You know, it's like you want to tell them all this, you want to help them, you want to save them, but what are you actually going to do? Like, is that person ready to hear what you have to say? You have to meet that person where they are. It's not about remembering how wonderful, how amazing they were right at the beginning of that relationship. Yeah, they were. Is so magical, so strong, that bond, that actually it feels like a twin flame connection. But it's not, because a twin flame would never be abusive. They would never make you feel like that, never make you doubt yourself in that way. And this happens very quickly after, isn't it? Yeah, you're right, Oxford. Obviously, I can't repeat what you've said, but yes, yes, yes. Sorry, that was me jogging the camera. So when you're mirroring someone, when you're pretending to be someone, think about it. Is they are tricking you into loving them, aren't they? They are tricking you into believing something about them. And this all comes from, do you know, this all comes from childhood. Remember, it's their parents. Remember, it's their upbringing that has caused them to feel like this, to behave this way. They're trying to get your attention. You know, they're trying to get your attention. Body says, I was crying and then I worked it out. You see, we do reach a threshold where we're like, I'm not going to take this anymore. Like, it's okay. It's enough now. Even though we don't kind of feel it like that and go, yeah, it's okay. It's really hurtful. Of course, it's really hurtful because it does hurt us and it does break our heart because we don't understand why someone behaves the way that they do. Like someone who you love would treat you like this. To think, well, hold on a minute. Is this really? This is where object constancy comes in, because this is about, you know what, about treating you like an object. Remember, I don't love the bottle. It's great. I feel hydrated, but I'm not in love with the bottle. You know, so, sorry, that was me, sorry. So for them, they're not able to differentiate. And this is actually the element of the disorder. It is about the attachment disorder, even though these people are not diagnosed. For a lot of us, you know, they haven't been diagnosed. And, you know, for some of us, these individuals are in positions of power, of responsibility. You know, they're leaders. They are healthcare professional. Yeah, you know what? There is like psychologists, doctors who are narcissistic. I have come across them. So it's about a disorder on how they perceive others, how they behave, how they are in the world. These are lost individuals who maybe don't really understand what is going on yet. They put on this act like they do. Guys, if you are liking this live so far and maybe you're not on the live chat, that's okay. I'd please ask you to that like button. I would really, really appreciate it. This information can help someone who is in need. So this will help with the algorithm. If you could just press the like button, my friends, I would be really, really grateful. Brett says, my dad is a doctor and he is an arc. Yes, you see, they are in positions of power. I mean, let's not go, I'm not going to name names, but politicians, you know, you've got company CEOs. Why do you think they got to those positions? This is why. Because you don't need empathy to manage people. You just need to be able to manage people. And ultimately, they are the type of people that go over your head to get to the first place. P48, necklace turkeys for Christmas this year. Yeah. Chilo, don't say that. You're not ugly. Your bruises will heal and you will be okay, but you're not ugly. That will think that about yourself. Yeah, Fizzy, I'm sure we all know who they are. There's not just one, there's a few of them. You know, and I think what also is quite sad or quite triggering is that these individuals are positions of power. And I think that's what we need to understand, is that even though these people, yes, Linda, you're never just treated normal, ever. No, it's always a competition. It's always like, oh, I'm better than you. I can do this. Look what I've got. I haven't. Yeah, you know, like it's always that. But you know, and there's also like, you know, celebrities, people who we admire, people who we like listening to their music or maybe watching their films. You know, that's also like, these are the things that we need to consider. You know, this is about this. I'm going to answer your question. Fly away, butterfly. I will answer that. And Kumar, would you be able to just put up my link for sessions for Kumar, or my email, so that Kumar, can you just me as well? I would love you, of course. If you just put my Jan, could you just put my email up? And if you email me, I'll answer it. But you know what? It's oh gosh, what was I saying? Yeah, they're in positions of power, and you know, it's really disturbing to think that someone who is in that position, who is in that role in society, would actually abuse it in that way. That is what is really important. Yeah, and absolutely, it is under fault empathy, for sure, for sure. So Fly Away Butterfly, you ask, can we love again? What is everyone? I'm going to throw this out to everyone. Can we love again after the narcissist? I think you should make a live about this. And Kamar, they keep coming back, and it's all about supply. It's all about what they can get from you. Oh, Oxford, bless. Big hug to you. Thank you. Oh, you guys are so sweet. Greg, bless you. You know what? And it's okay. And you know what? It's okay for you to say that, and it's absolutely fine. Until we die. It's just one of those. We do. These, what you have to remember is that these are karmic relationships, all right? You know, after doing this work, and I want to explain this because I think this will help quite a few of you. You know, so like, you know, when I work with clients, a lot of people say this, like, I still love the narcissist, you know, like I'm not in love with them, you know, but I still love them. I still for them. And that's because you have love in your heart for them. And there's nothing wrong in saying that. What would be wrong is for you to pursue it, for sure, after knowing that these people are abusive. However, these people were in your life for a reason. Fortunately, this reason is for you to figure out. It's not unfortunate, but it's for you to figure out why this person was in your life, why they came into your life, and they were always going to be in your life. This is a relationship meant to break you, that was meant to be hard, that was meant to be difficult, but it was never going to last. These people were in your life for a period of time, but this relationship was never going to last, whether that's a romantic relationship, whether that's family, whether that's you know, even sibling, friends, bosses, anyone like that. Like, this was never going to last. I mean, how can it? Like, how can these types of relationships? Can't. They're never built on a foundation. It's all a lie. It's all an illusion. So the thing is, when you experience a different healthy person or someone else, it might feel a little bit weird, because then you're thinking triggered, or you might like you can't trust that person. You know what I always say? It's not everybody is a narcissist. You need to give this time. You need to give this time, and you will be able to love again, and it will be okay. And Kamar, I'm really sorry. We did post it on the live chat, but if you look on the description box, and also if you go to my channel and it goes like, oh gosh, what's that page called? Like other information or something. You'll be able to find it there, but you'll find it under every single one of my videos, my email address. You'll find it, don't worry. It's askanushka@gmail.com. So why do they keep coming back? This is all about supply. It's all about if they feel that they can get some sort of validation from you. You see, they're not committing to you. They're not actually saying that they want to take this relationship further, or they see any sort of future in it, because there is never any future. Remember, I said that these relationships don't last. Okay, they don't last. Don't worry, and Kamal. Sorry, would you be able to put that email up again? Sorry. It will come up on the live chat in a moment. You're right, P48, post-narc, you either grow and mature, or you get bitter and stuck. This is very true. Like there is a lot of, I don't know, like Facebook groups or blogs or things like that, where there is a lot of people that have been stuck, in this, and they cannot move forward. Ultimately, the reason why this person has come into your life is because it's about growing. It's about really recognizing who you are, growing from this, becoming a better person. It's about also like channeling your pain into something that is beneficial, something that will help you, like this is about you to grow. I did a video probably about 3 or 4 years ago now, and it was the second highest, like this on my channel, it's the second highest performing video. And it was, I don't know if any of you watched it, it was called Don't Hate the Narcissist, Learn. And when I was filming that in my sister's house in her second bedroom, because I had run away, and I kind of had to go over to hers. And I stayed with her for about 2 months. And that's when I started the YouTube channel. I thought, I need to talk to people. Like, I'm studying psychology. I need to be able to help people. This has to come out somewhere. So I channeled my pain into creating this YouTube channel. That's what happened for me. And it was at that time when I had recorded that video. And if you really think about it, what can we learn about ourselves from the narcissist? What can we learn? And we've got to look at it like this, because look, we've got to look at this in a positive way. We can't keep being down and negative. This is what the narcissist wants. They want you to suffer. They don't want you to get better. They want you to stay stuck. You know why? They want you to stay stuck because actually it'd be easier for them to come back and get supply from you. They're not coming back to you because, you know what, they're not coming back to you because like, oh, I want to rekindle this relationship. I love you so much. Sorry, I know. I'm being sarcastic, my friends. But, this is the kind of spiel that they tell you, like, oh, it's happening. It will happen. And you remembered. Yes. It will happen. Sorry, I jogged it again. But yeah, that's why they want to keep you small. They want to keep you stuck. They don't want you to move on. God forbid that you were to find someone else and move forward and be happy. Like, you're not allowed. Well, who are they to tell you what to do? Who are they to make these decisions? This is where you got to step up and stick up for yourself. Because you know what, my friends? No one will do it for you. No one is going to be there and go, oh no, you know what? A, B, and C. This isn't going to happen. So this is because you know what is right and wrong. You know what feels right and what feels wrong or negative or horrible, because each and every one of you has got intuition. Yes, my friends, this is what you've got to connect to and what you've got to listen to. You can't just let an old person, and also, they are narcissistic. They are toxic. Are you really going to listen to their opinions? Are you really going to listen to what they have to say? Are they really that important in your life? You can love them from afar, fine. But you don't have to pursue, listen to that. You have intuition. You need to start listening to it, or listen to it a little bit more. Hear it. When it's talking to you, hear it. So the $1 million question, Enkamar, but does he realize and regret each time he realizes and feels sorry? I know he's genuinely sorry because he shows me with his actions. You know what? Be sorry in that moment. But what has he actually done to you got to mean it. And when you mean it, you do something about it. So Kumar, how many times has he said sorry to you? And it's been okay for a few days, a week, maybe tops a month. And then after? That's what I mean. You can say, they do know you what you want to hear. And that's part of the manipulation. So then are they aware? The $1 million question, yes, even David's asking, are they aware they are causing distress to people but can't stop? It's like an addiction. And Ruth says, I'm being controlled from afar. Does the narcissist get off on this? The answer is yes, Ruth. They do. Yes, they do. It's all supply, it's attention, isn't it? Whether it's positive or negative, they're still getting attention. It's not an action. You're right. M Singh, thank you so much. Thank you. I got sick of him accusing me cheating when it was him every single time. No contact since January 2012, and I'm in a better place now. You know what, you have got through this. Those of you who are at this point where you're like, oh, I can't not talk to them, I cannot not have them in my life. Listen to this. Let this be an example of how, and you as well, Oxford, just saw your name pop up, and you as well, of how this is possible, that you choose you. This is what I mean by karmic relationships. You ultimately choose you. Because come on, guys, we've all been taught to put other people before us, that we've got to make sure everyone else is okay. But hold on a minute, what about us? What's happened? Why are we not considered? Because we have, no one has ever said that to us. No one has ever brought it to our attention that actually, you know what, we are also important. Like, we matter. It is. You're right, Eric. I do need a new mic. I do. I'm literally going to, when I come out of here, I'm going to throw this mic out of the window and see how far it goes. And I'll film it. No, it's nighttime, so you won't be able to see it. Nurse Ella says, yes, they regret in just a moment, but they don't have the capability to endure, to heal. That's why they go back to look for another validation. Yeah. Got it in one. Nurse Ella, you have got it in one. So the $1 million question, my friends, is, yeah, they know what they're doing. Yeah, they do know the pain that they cause. They do understand what they are doing. Even though they have issues in cognitively understanding social cues, emotional cues, but ultimately they know what they're doing. They know. And they do this because sorry, I was just reading what Yang was saying. Question: if someone is constantly stonewalling you, are they a narcissist? If someone is constantly stonewalling you, narcissist, why would you remove communication from someone and then not say why someone has upset you? Yeah, they're narcissistic, Brett. So it's about understanding that this isn't about making excuses for someone. It's like what I was saying before. You've got to meet that person where they are. If they're coming to you like this is who they are. And it's funny because this is what you've got to realize or think about, because as I've thought about this, why is it that narcissists, right at the beginning of the relationship, they love bomb you, they make you feel amazing, they say that you are soulmates, that you are the thing that you were looking for in their life. Why do they do that right at the beginning of the relationship? And then they switch up and then they change. Like, think about it. Why do they do that? Because they want to trick you and trap you so that you don't leave. Now, healthy wouldn't switch up and change like this. There wouldn't be hot and cold. It's consistency. When you know someone, you know, you see, this is the thing, because, you know, we do make first impressions about someone. Yes, we do make first impressions about someone, and that kind of always kind of sticks with us. So it's very hard then this changes or they switch up, you know. For us, that's a really hard thing to get our head around. And for, you know, I think for a lot of my clients have said this, that they find it so to like understand that, like, how can you be 2 or 3 different people? And that's it. Like, how does that happen? And, you know, that isn't emotional wellness, really, is it? Like, that is mental health issues. For someone to change in that way, sometimes. Louise, you are hilarious. Like gerbils on a Friday night with at the Wi-Fi party to destroy empath commune. Yes. You're so funny. M. Singh, is it toxic of me wanting to tip a pint over his head and walk away smiling? No. Do it. Do it. Yeah, when they say you're the smartest, most handsome, strong woman I have ever met. Yeah, we know your lines. We know the lines. That's a good one. That's a good comeback. It's a waste of a pint. Yes, Oxford, I can. I missed that. What's grey rock? Okay, so grey rock is removing emotional and psychological attention. That's what's going to be removing any emotional validation, any attention for the narcissist. Okay, so this is all about not giving them attention or validation. This is what they call supply. This is a slang word for supply, and this is what the narcissist is looking for. And the reason why they look for this is because they didn't receive this as children. They didn't get this when they were kids, and so trying to get their parents' attention, but because their parents love them in a very conditional way. So it's like the child had to be a performing monkey, like it had to do things for the parent then to them and love them. It's not like the parent really ever loved them. It's just that they gave them some sort of attention, and this was few and far between. And so that's why the narcissist learns that they need the attention, which is really important for us to know and remember, which is why right at the beginning, they mirror you, they love bomb you, they make you feel amazing, because what they're doing is they're trying to hook you in, all right? And then once you're hooked, you're in. So when you remove this is what the narcissist wants. When you remove that attention and that validation, they can't deal with it. Okay, for them, that's really hurtful. You know, someone who really wants that attention, someone who really wants that validation, when you take away something that someone wants, you've got the upper hand. So Kumar, it's not an easy journey. It's not an easy thing to do, to just, and this is what I was saying right at the beginning of the live, like to just not, you know, like not talk. It takes 7 times for someone to leave an abusive relationship, because we are trauma bonded. We do feel some sort of emotion to this person. And also we don't want to leave because it's also quite scary, you know, being on your own. So we end up staying in these dynamics because it serves a purpose for a time being. And then we realize that actually, you know what, it doesn't. And also think about how didn't mean to do this. You know what, you made this. It was me. We can change. Don't believe that. Don't believe when someone tells you something like that. Remember, someone is an ex for a reason. For a reason they are like, you know, they're an ex. And there's a reason why the relationship ended in the first place, right? I'm not saying that change is possible. But with someone like that, someone who has so many problems, I don't think it's possible. But this is a matter of opinion, and some people won't agree with me, and that's fine. Everyone is entitled to their own, you know, own opinion, and it's fine. David says, is no contact the end of the trauma bond? Not necessarily, and not always, because sometimes, well, sometimes you can feel, or you do feel, the trauma bond after the relationship has ended and you have no contact with the narcissist. So no, it doesn't necessarily mean that. It just means that you're not communicating with the narcissist anymore, or you have no contact with them, which means that gives you the brain space to be able to process emotionally what, and it just gives you that time and headspace to be able to kind of work through things and kind of understand what has happened, what, you know, like why it's happened to you. So that's why I say, like, no contact is very healing, but it's also a really important part of the process to go no contact. Sorry, I've just realized that my battery is really low on the laptop. Hold on 1 minute. What's the battery now, do we? Oh my God, I would cry. Okay, back on. Vizzy says, I really thought love bombing her back would make... Oh, it's gone. Hold on a moment. This is a really important one. I really thought love bombing her back would make her want me want me more too. That wasn't really the case in practice. Yeah, you know what? It's what you got to understand, that this is manipulation. Ultimately, this is like emotional manipulation, which is why they do it, because it's like they're in control. Oxford, it will come back. Don't you worry. I will make sure. And thank you for being here for 6 months. Thank you. Eric, of course she shouldn't be getting a Christmas present this year. Treat the dog instead. Thank you for joining us, Midnight Blue. Just get home safely. Hopefully we will still be here. We will be here. And Kamar, really, no contact should be indefinite. Yes, we will wait for you, Midnight Blue. So knowing that the narcissist knows what they are doing, how do you guys feel about that? Like, how does that make you guys feel? That you, for those of you that maybe kind of had some inkling, or maybe wasn't, or didn't know, like, how do you guys feel knowing that the narcissist did all of this to you, knowing what they were doing? Please type it in the chat. How are we doing with the likes? If those of you that have just joined the live stream, for coming on here, I'm really grateful to have you here, and thank you so much for your time. If you haven't liked the live stream, I really would appreciate it that you would do. This really helps, you know, with the algorithm to get this information out there over on YouTube. So hit the like button. Yeah, that's true. GGG, you know, from their point of view, they feel entitled. If they know, Greg says, if they know, then that's evil. Ponty says, I was broken to begin with. To her, but I won a few battles until it failed and was discarded. It wasn't worth it. Yeah, Melissa says, used. You're welcome, Midnight Blue. Draken says, hurt. Really, really hurt. It is wicked. Feel duped. Yes, a lot of people do say that that's it. I'm not rich at all, but thought here, breathe, that take that as it gives you no access to me now. Yes, love that. That's really empowering. Yes. Also says, Anushka, makes me feel worse that I had a mother and a sister who wanted to destroy me. I'm strong now. In a family situation, they definitely know what they are doing. Brett says, it's more than one narc in my family. Bless you. I know, I know. Draken says, I cry most days. So it is painful, isn't it? It's painful when someone wants to bring you down, when someone wants to destroy something that you've got, or destroy who you are. Let's put a different spin on that. Let's think about it this way, right? So there's someone out there, the narcissist, who tricks you into loving them, who tricks you into thinking that they love you. But really, it's a trick. And they manipulate you, gaslight you, love bomb you into submission. You see, because you want to be the best person for them. You want to be kind, compassionate, and be good for them. But this person put a lot of effort into manipulating, lying to you, even cheating on you, telling you all these things that would make you want to stay. You know, it takes a lot of effort and brain power. And I'm not giving them, but one thing I hand it to them, they're clever individuals for doing it. Not gonna lie, don't. Very intelligent to that point even. But why would someone go to so much trouble to want to destroy you, to want to take part down? Someone want to do that? Could it be that maybe they saw something in you that you don't see about yourself? If you think about it this way, right? Someone wanted to come into your life and destroy you. So you have something energy back. You are taking your emotional validity back. You're not giving that out anymore. That's right, Shri. I love that. We are builders, they are destroyers. So this is the thing, my friends. We have something that they don't. A lot of us feel like we can't live without them, or that this person was the be-all and find someone like them. But actually, is it that they are not going to be someone like you? Because they've put a lot of energy and effort and time into destroying you, into wanting to take something from you. They've stolen enough from you. Why would someone want to do that? Listen, I don't even have time to lots of my texts. I don't have time thinking about the. I'm sure that a lot of you as lives, You know, like looking after children, you've got your family, you know, you've got your work, you've got all these things to do. Who has time to like concoct these ideas? It must matter to them. It must be really put a lot of effort and energy into because it matters to them. But why? Why? Why would someone want to do that to you? Thank you, Oxford. 108. Like, thank you guys for liking. Thank you. So you need to consider that actually, you know, this person wants to take this from you because they can't do it for themselves. They can't do this. So they want to take all of these bits from everybody. They realize that there's something not okay with them. So when they are causing you pain, when they are making you feel a certain way, you know, they know what they are doing. They know that this is upsetting them. They know upsetting you because it gives them great pleasure and power from your pain. They love the fact that you are feeling awful. So they take even more. And you see, why would someone use your triggers against you? You know that they evoke trust within you so that you give this information, you offer this information out. But they use that against you. Now that is evil. Like they are intelligent. They remember this information and they use that against you. And you see, this is part of the condition. This is the condition because no one would want to cause someone else pain. And it's because of the fact that they are not able to understand or embody empathy. Yet they pretend to do that with their cognitive empathy. They try to pretend to do that. You know, knowing, all right, that it's hurting you, knowing that they're getting pleasure from when you're crying on the floor, when you're upset, when you're telling them stop. This is not okay. This isn't healthy. This shouldn't happen in a relationship, in a family setting. But they're wanting to take something from you. But Ian, I understand it's not hard, but this person, you've got to protect yourself. This person knows what they are doing. So you need to see your light. You need to see your worth. Because if you're still communicating with the narcissist, they're still stealing off you. They're still taking your energy, your kindness, your emotion. They're still taking that from you. You know, them trying to hoover you. Why do you think they're doing that? Why do you think they're still trying to get in contact with you? What do you think it is that they want from you? Your attention. They're not going to return it. They're not going to give that back to you. They just want to take from you. So when are you going to stand up for yourself? When are you going to understand that this person, okay, is just stealing from you? It's just taking things from you. They don't want to see you succeed. It's always a competition. I'm better than you because I've got a bigger car. I'm better than you because I've got a better house. Or I've got a better job than you. You know, a narcissist is very good at talking what you want to hear. How many times they said sorry? Yeah, you know why? Because they want to gaslight you into submission. They want you to give them what they want. And how many times when the narcissist has said sorry, have they actually done something about it? That's right, Ed. Control and power. Mike says, what will happen next? You know what? This is the thing. What will happen next is you will get replaced. There are, unfortunately, more lovely people, more amazing people that the narcissist can abuse. And they find them out. They find those people. This is why you were targeted for a reason. Because you have these assets, okay? You have these assets. And once you start to realize that you have these assets, you have so much to give, you will realize how important they actually are and how they are assets. I mean, do you give everybody like your bank details, like your card details? No, because you want to protect that, because you don't want everyone to steal your money from your bank, do you? You don't want that to happen. So why are you not protecting yourselves? Why is it that wanting to speak to the narcissist, getting closure, saying that you can't do when you don't protect something, you don't place value on it. So what you're not doing is placing value on yourself, when actually you are the most important person in the room here. Yes, you are. No, that's right, Brett. They never make a genuine, true apology. They just tell you what you want to hear. Says Anushka, my ex started saying he didn't like something I was doing in bed, but he never said nothing before. Why? Why now? Well, Ruth, this is all about putting you down. This is all about devaluing you, saying that there's something wrong with you. Now, in such a between partners, between lovers, you talk to that person, you say why. You don't just come up with it like that. This says to me that this is all about devaluing you and putting you down and saying that there's problems with you or that you're the fault. You see, that's what I mean. Look what they're doing. Saying you're the issue. You have to change. Hold on, but doesn't it take two people to be in a relationship? Or did I miss that bit? And so, yeah, they will find new supply. They will find someone else who is going to be able to give them what they want. They will also manipulate that person into submission and make them do what they want. You see, the narcissist is all about, this fake confidence. Do they know what they're doing? Yeah, they do. When you're pretending to be confident, when you're out there, saying like, oh, I'm such an amazing person. I'm so wonderful. You know what you're doing. You know what you're saying. You know what the agenda is. You know why you are saying that. Because you want people to like you. You want people to notice you. And this is what I'm talking about, attention and emotional validity. It's funny because you can spot someone who is like this, where male or female, they're the ones that are drawing attention to them, in the room, like maybe the way that they dress, maybe the way that they hold themselves, maybe like women who wear too much makeup or have too much filler or Botox, or, they have plastic surgery. It's all about that attention. Look at me. I'm so amazing. They're so seductive. They're so charming. What do you think they're doing? They are aware of what they are doing. This is something that when you want, when you're trying to achieve a certain outcome and you place all of your attention, all of your energy onto that, then you are going to do everything you can to get those needs met. And so, my friends, you are, how do I say, like hurt, or they cause pain in between, because that is what they want. And so this is what I was saying earlier. Guys, you've got to realize that this person only wants one thing from you, and that is that they want this attention from you. This is very important for them. This is an unmet need from childhood. So when you take that away, when you go no contact, when you do grey rock, when you don't give someone what they want, yeah, they're going to freak out. They're going to hate this. They're not going to like it. But you hold the power. You hold the key there. And that's where you need to be. You need to be in control of you. You need to be in control of your emotions, because you are behaving in a way that is not predictable for the narcissist. And when you're behaving in a way that is not predictable for the narcissist, they then can't plan their next. They rely on you. You see, who holds the power here? Them or you? So when you hold the power and you hold the key and you remove something from this attention, what they are looking for, that renders them powerless, which means that you've got them in the palm of your hands. Now, I'm not saying that you want to do this, you know, to be spiteful or hurtful. This is about you protecting yourself. This is about you understanding that actually the real reason that the narcissist is in your life, or they want this, yes, that they want this, is because, you know what, they can't create this themselves, so they take something from you. And that, my friends, is really what is going on here. That's right, Daniel. They know what they're doing. I'll give you an example. When I worked in a low secure mental health hospital, we had a variety of inpatients, and they had a variety of disorders, anything from like autism, schizophrenia, learning disabilities. Some had a forensic background where they had actually killed, and they then were there for this rehabilitation program. And we had a lot of personality disorders as well. So this was my first real introduction into mental health. This was quite early on when I started my education or my training in mental health, in psychology. And I remember working there, and I remember this one specific patient. She, during the day, she would behave very kind, very soft, almost like kind of blending into the background. But when it came to the evening and it was time for her medication, she would always act up. She literally did a 360. Like, she was really loud. She would shout at the staff. She would be violent. What she did do is she used the staff into her room or into her quarters, and then she would like throw things at, you know, the staff and things like that. I didn't work with her, but these are the things that I heard. But I do remember seeing her exhibit this behavior. So I do remember her doing this, or I did see her do this. And I remember me asking her, and I said to her that during the day are really calm, mind like butter wouldn't melt in the evenings change. She said to me, you know what? And I want some attention. The only way that I'm going to get it is if I'm horrible. I'm going to, because I don't get to do any of the activities. I don't get to do the walks and the outings that everybody else does. I just want someone to notice. That's why I do it. So I learned from that interaction or that encounter is that they have the world to plan these things, to do this. And in order to get something that they want, they have to cause a reaction in another person, which proves to them something that they are looking for. You see, every time that the narcissist is mean, is horrible, every evening. So like the narcissist, they will know what they are doing. Of course they do. Of course they are aware of the pain, because especially, and it's very sad, but this is part of the disorder. It's about getting that attention and validation from another. Do you know what, my friends? I think that my screen has actually frozen, or my chat has actually frozen. So I think, my friends, this is just not working again. So I'm really, really sorry about this, but I don't know what else I can actually do.